Dear students, module 3 is moment distribution method. In moment distribution method, there will be analysis of beams and frames, non-sway and sway analysis. Before moving into the moment distribution method, we have to familiarize with some terms. The first one is stiffness and carryover factors. Then, not to go with the stiffness and carryover factor, we have to consider two cases. The first one is propped cantilever AB fixed at A and propped at B, subjected to a couple M at B. This figure shows a propped cantilever AB fixed at A and freely supported at B, subjected to a clockwise couple M at B. Let R be the reactions at B. Consider a section at a distance of x from the free end B. The bending moment at the section, that means the equation for mx can be written as r into x minus m. Therefore, the bending moment at this section EA d square by dx square is equal to Rx minus M. Integrating once, then we will get the equation of slope. EA dy by dx is equal to Rx square by 2 minus Mx plus C1. But C1 is the integration constant. That value of C1 can be calculated by using the boundary condition. Here, at x is equal to L, that means at the point of A, since A is fixed and dy by dx is equal to 0. Substitute at x is equal to L, dy by dx is equal to 0. Then we will get the equation of C1 as ml minus RL square by 2. Substituting the value of C1 in the slope equation, then we will get the slope equation like this. Integrating again, then we will get the deflection equation. The value of C2 can be found out by using the boundary condition. At x is equal to 0, that means at the point of B, y is equal to 0. Substituting this, then we will get C2 is equal to 0. Substitute the value of C2 here to get the deflection equation. Consider other boundary condition, that means at x is equal to L, that means at the point of A, y also is equal to 0. Substitute that boundary condition, then we will get R is equal to 3m by 2L. Substitute the value of R in the slope equation. Substitute the value of R here. After substituting the value of R, use the next boundary condition, that means at B, the slope is equal to IB. That means at x is equal to 0, dy by dx is equal to IB. Substitute that boundary condition, then we will get EAIB is equal to ML by 4. Therefore, M can be written as 4EA by L into IB. Similarly, bending moment at A, that means at x is equal to L. At x is equal to L, MA can be written as R into L minus M. Substitute the value of R, then we will get MA is equal to M by 2. The reacting moment M by 2 at the end A due to the application of the applied moment at B is called carryover moment, and this principle is known as carryover theorem. That means when we apply a moment of M at the point B, if the far end A is fixed, then there should be a carryover moment of, that means half of that moment, the M by 2 will go to the far end. This moment M by 2 is known as carryover moment, and this principle is known as carryover theorem. The carryover theorem states that when a moment is applied to produce rotation without translations at the near supported end B of a beam, whose farther end A is fixed, the carryover moment MA at the far end is 1/2 the applied moment M and is of the same sense as that of the applied moment. Slope at B is given by IB is equal to ML by 4EL. The moment M which should be applied at B so as to produce the slope IB at B is given by 4EI by L into IB. the moment required to be applied at B so as to produce unit slope at B is equal to 4 EI by L. This is known as stiffness of the member AB. That means when a structural member of uniform section is subjected to a moment at one end only, then the moment required so as to produce that end to produce unit slope is called stiffness of the member. That value in the case of propped cantilever is 4 EI by L. The next case is a freely supported beam AB subjected to a couple M at B. This figure shows a beam AB freely supported at A and B. Let a clockwise couple M be applied at B. Let the reaction at B be R. Since this is a simply supported one, we can calculate the reactions by using the equations of equilibrium. By using that equations, we will get R is equal to M by L. Then substitute in mx equation, then we will get EA d square y by dx square is equal to m by L into x minus m. Integrating once, then we will get the slope equation. Integrating again, then we will get the deflection equation. At x is equal to 0, that means at the point of B, y is equal to 0. At x is equal to L, y is equal to 0. Considering these boundary conditions, we can calculate the integration constants C1 and C2. Then we will get C1 is equal to ml by 3 and C2 is equal to 0. Substitute these integration constants, then we will get EI dy by dx is equal to m by L into x square by 2 minus mx plus ml by 3. As in the previous case, consider IB be the slope at B. That means at x is equal to 0, dy by dx is equal to IB. Here we will get IB is equal to ml by 3a. That means the moment required to be applied at B so as to produce a given slope IB at B is given by 3EI by L into IB. That is the moment required to be applied at B so as to produce unit slope at B is 3EI by L. That means if the far end is fixed, then the stiffness of that member will be 4EI by L. If the far end is fixed, then stiffness of the member is 4EI by L and the carryover factor is m by 2. If the far end is hinged, then stiffness of that particular member is 3EI by L and the carryover moment is 0. The next term is distribution factor. That means if a particular joint is connected by more than one member, the moment at that joint that should be distributed to these members based on some proportion. That proportion, that is known as distribution factor. That means if a joint is connected by more than one member, the moment that a particular joint should be distributed to all these members based on the distribution factor. A moment which is applied to a structural joint to produce rotation without translations get distributed among the connecting members at the joint in same proportion as their stiffness. The distribution factor that will be obtained by relative stiffness of the member divided by total relative stiffness of that particular joint. The relative stiffness of the member can be calculated as if the far end is fixed, this is I by L, and if the far end is simply supported, this is 3 by 4th of I by L, where I is the moment of inertia of the section and L is the length of the section. For example, in this case, the joint B is connected by two members BA and BC. In the case of BA, the far end is A. Since the far end is fixed, the relative stiffness is I by L. In the case of BC, far end is C. Since the far end is simply supported, relative stiffness is 3 by 4th of I by L. Then find out the total relative stiffness, and relative stiffness by total relative stiffness will give the distribution factor. The sum of the distribution factors at a particular joint that should be is equal to 1. The procedure in the case of moment distribution method, that is the first one. The first calculate the fixed moments and the second one is end correction. End correction means if simply supported ends, Now to make the moment 0, apply a correcting moment at that particular point. When this correcting moment is applied at that point, a moment of half will be carried over to far end. Consider a problem. A beam AB of span 4 meter fixed at A and simply supported at B carries 2 point loads 100 kN and 60 kN at distances of 2 meter and 3 meter from the fixed end A. Find the support moments and draw the bending moment diagram. In the case of moment distribution method, the first step is fixed end moment. In this case, this is the load diagram. It is subjected to 2 point loads. Consider the first point load. Since it is symmetrical one, that means acting at the central point. So, the M bar AB is minus WL by 8. Then consider the 60 kN. In that case, M bar AB is minus WAB square by L square. M bar AB is minus WL by 8 minus WAB square by L square. M bar BA is WL by 8 plus WA square B by L square. Substitute the values, then we will get the fixed end moments. The second step should be the rotation factor. But in this case, there is not a joint which is connected by more than one member. That means that here the distribution factor is not there. So after getting the fixed end moments and the distribution factor, enter all these values in the moment distribution table. This is the moment distribution table and we are entering the fixed end moments here. Then check the end supports. Here the end supports are A and B. Check the support A. Since the support A is a fixed one, there should be some moment. So here there is also a moment. That means there is no problem. In the case of B, since it is a simply supported one, the moment at that particular joint should be is equal to 0. But here we are having some value 83.75. In order to make the moment at that particular joint is equal to 0, we have to apply minus 83.75 here. When we apply minus 83.75 here, the half of the moment should go to the far end. That is minus 41.875. After considering the carryover, add the total moment, then we will get minus 103.125 as MAB and 0 as MBA. Then all the support conditions are satisfied here. So draw the fixed bending moment diagram by considering all the negative moments as the anti-clockwise moments and all the positive moments are clockwise moments. Then consider the free bending moment diagram. Then combine these two diagrams in order to get the net bending moment diagram. Consider one more problem. A continuous beam ABC consists of two spans. AB is equal to 4 meter and BC is equal to 3 meter. The end A being fixed. The span AB carries a point load of 80 kN at 1 meter from A, while the span BC carries a point load of 60 kN at 1 meter from C. IAB is to IBC is equal to 2:1. Then this is the load diagram. As I said, the first step is the fixed end moment. In the case of M bar AB, since it is an eccentric point load, that means minus WAB square by L square. M bar BA is WA square B by L square. M bar BC is also subjected to, since it is an eccentric point load, that means M bar BC is also minus WAB square by L square and M bar CB is WA square B by L square. Find out the fixed end moment by substituting these equations. The second step is the distribution factor. In this problem, the joint B is connected by two members BA and BC. In the case of BA, the far end is A. It is fixed end, that means relative stiffness is I by L. In the case of BC, the far end is simply supported, that means 3/4 of I by L. After that, find out the total lative stiffness. Then lative stiffness by total lative stiffness, that will be distribution factor. The sum of the distribution factor is also 1. After getting the distribution factor and the fixed end moment, all the values should be entered into the moment distribution table. This is the moment distribution table. These are the fixed end moment and these are the distribution factors. Then check the end supports. The support A is the fixed one. That means there should be some moment. But support C is a simply supported one. That means the moment at that particular joint should be is equal to 0. In order to make the moment at that particular joint is equal to 0, we have to apply minus 26.67. When we apply minus 26.67 here, the half of the moment should be carried over to the far end. That means minus 13.34 at the joint B. After this carryover steps, then find out the sum. Minus 45, 50, minus 26.67 and 0. Then all the end supports are satisfied. End supports conditions are satisfied. Then moving on to the intermediate support. Here 15 and minus 26.67. We know that MBA plus MBC should be is equal to 0. But here it is not is equal to 0. It is 15 minus 26.67, that is minus 11.67. In order to make the total moment at here is equal to 0, we have to apply plus 11.67 here. Then how we will apply plus 11.67 here? Based on the distribution factor. That means 2/3 of 11.67 should be here and 1/3 of 11.67 will be here. When we apply these moments, if the far end is fixed, there should be some carryover. Here the far end is not fixed, it is a simply supported one, that means there should not be any carryover. After this carryover step, then find out the sum. Then we will get minus 41.11, 22.78 and minus 22.78 and 0. Then check. Support A is the fixed one, that should be some moment, Then support C is a simply supported one, that means the moment should be equal to 0, the moment is 0. Then at the support B, the joint B, the total moment should be equal to 0, the total moment is equal to 0. Then after getting this, draw the bending moment diagram as the negative moments are anti-clockwise direction and the positive moments are in the clockwise direction. Draw the fixed bending moment diagram and draw the free bending moment diagram by considering all the beams as a simply supported one. Then join these two in order to get the net bending moment diagram. Okay, thank you.